The academics are saying you and NBA YoungBoy's beef is done. Is that true?
What beef?
Oh, so there's no beef.
Beef with who?
NBA YoungBoy?
Shut up, more up.
He feels you're poking the bear. You say he's. That's his problem. What's y'all issue? Are you calling around to the industry saying, yo, if y'all young boy, we're done?
Which, that's what the whole situation about.
Yeah.
So it's not music, it's Von. It's not like no street fight or thing where it'd be like, man, y'all squash this.
Y'all, the drama between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy has escalated to a whole new level, and it's spilling into the prison walls. Allegedly, their beef has sparked chaos behind bars, with reports of 10 inmates being targeted after being forced to pick sides in this wild power struggle. Insiders claim both rappers are pulling strings from the inside, turning a typical rivalry into something much more dangerous. Durk, despite being locked up, is allegedly running the prison like he does the streets. Rumors suggest he's giving orders, forming alliances, and making inmates choose sides. His influence is said to be so strong that the prison operates like a well-oiled machine under his control, but it's becoming risky for those who oppose him. On the flip side, NBA YoungBoy is also making moves. While serving time for fake prescription drug trafficking, sources say his camp is standing firm, challenging Durk's dominance. It's reportedly turned into a full-blown war for control behind bars, with tensions rising fast. This isn't just about who has the better crew, it's about power and influence.
Dev, like how has that infected you or impacted you as a man, as a father, and someone very impactful in the industry?
I can't show fake love, I don't know him, but God bless his family, I guess.
Thank you.
Rumor has it that inmates are directly following orders from either Lil Durk or NBA YoungBoy, with alliances forming and tensions so thick it's almost tangible. To truly understand how things escalated to this level, let's rewind to the origins of Durk and YoungBoy's feud, a beef that's been years in the making. The early days, a bond that didn't last. Surprisingly, Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy weren't always at odds. Back in 2017, they shared mutual respect, each being leaders in their respective rap crews. They even collaborated musically, dropping tracks together that hinted at a promising partnership. In 2018, Durk went on a podcast praising YoungBoy for his grind and talent, calling him one of the hardest working artists out there. At the time, the two seemed to be on good terms, even appearing together on Instagram Live, talking like brothers and hyping each other up. It looked like a friendship that could potentially lead to more iconic collaborations, but things took a sharp turn later.
So let's back up, because I know you and Durk was cool. Obviously, he was on your album, and y'all was cool, and you was cool with Von.
That's not all. Back in 2018, Lil Durk was all about hyping up NBA YoungBoy, but as we know, the rap game changes fast. By 2019, the vibe between them shifted, and the catalyst for their beef? Enter King Von. King Von, a key member of Lil Durk's OTF crew and one of his closest allies, had a reputation for being no-nonsense. He wasn't the type to let anything slide, especially when it came to disrespect. Von's presence in the picture started to create tension, as his bold personality clashed with YoungBoy's crew. Von's actions and words added fuel to the fire, setting the stage for what would become one of the most talked-about rap feuds in recent years.
I had a relationship with the big bro. Not want to say his name. Not, you feel me? You know what I'm talking about, the dude that was on my album.
In March 2019, King Von took to Instagram, throwing serious shade at NBA YoungBoy, calling him out and claiming he wasn't as gangster as his lyrics suggested. It was the first public shot, and it hit hard. But just a month later, Von did a 180, going live on Instagram to call YoungBoy a brother, claiming his earlier comments were just jokes. Things seemed to simmer for a moment, but the drama escalated when women got involved. Yep, as always, it wasn't just about the music. Enter the love triangle drama, and the shots started flying. NBA YoungBoy upped the stakes when he announced he was working with Von's ex, Asian Doll. To make matters worse, YoungBoy dropped a snippet of their track, which didn't sit well with Vaughn. By then, the gloves were off, and both sides were going full throttle. The feud reached new heights when YoungBoy released Trolls. While he didn't name drop, fans could connect the dots, knowing exactly who the track was targeting.
I done had the most handsomest boyfriend. Vaughn looked better than every rapper. I had that. Look what I dealt with. Come on now. Use your head. I'm not going back down that road.
In the track, NBA YoungBoy rapped, "Tell that boy I'ma see him. Tell them I say don't come fish around this lake, and that's real." Fans immediately speculated it was aimed at King Von, even though it wasn't officially confirmed. Social media quickly went wild, and the tension between the two camps escalated. After the song's release, Von and YoungBoy started trading subliminal shots online. Their crews got involved, with Quando Rondo, one of YoungBoy's closest affiliates, sending direct shots at Von and his OTF crew, particularly Lil Reese. The back and forth went from online jabs to outright threats, with Quando's associate Lil Tim chiming in, tweeting, "Chirac better chill on my Quando." The situation hit a boiling point in November 2020, culminating in a tragic turn of events. King Von was outside an Atlanta nightclub at an after-party promoting his album when he ran into Quando Rondo. Allegedly, tensions exploded when their two groups clashed, leading to an altercation that ended fatally.
I don't want nobody to think I'm chasing clout, bringing their name up and stuff, but at the end of the day, man, I'm like, it ain't about no clout. Like, I got mine, like when people be saying, like, people chasing clout and stuff.
This all stemmed from the beef with NBA YoungBoy, and by this point, it was far beyond rap lyrics or Instagram posts. It had become painfully real, costing King Von his life. Naturally, Lil Durk was devastated, and the loss turned his feud with YoungBoy into a deeply personal vendetta. Durk's heartbreak and anger were evident. Von wasn't just a collaborator. He was like family. Durk wasn't about to let things cool off. Instead, he channeled his grief and fury into his music and public statements, taking direct shots at YoungBoy. What followed was a relentless back and forth, with both sides exchanging diss tracks and escalating tensions. It was clear that this feud had evolved into a full-blown war, with each side refusing to back down, fueling a rivalry that only grew nastier by the day.
YoungBoy talking about on this song, bro.
What?
You talking crazy on this, man.
Oh, yeah?
He ain't even like that.
Huh?
On his ass, now.
On his
All
ass?
that cap. You got cap in your raps.
But here's the twist. While the streets are buzzing, the rivalry between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy has unexpectedly spilled over into the confines of prison. Their feud has taken on a new dimension, proving that not even incarceration can cool things down. Enter 50 Cent, who, as expected, chimed in on this escalating beef during his appearance on $1 Million Worth of Game, with Gilly and Wallow. True to form, 50 didn't hold back, offering his perspective on why Durk might have the upper hand in this battle. According to Fif, it's all about timing. With NBA YoungBoy locked up, his ability to collaborate with other artists, drop new projects, and maintain momentum is severely limited. On the other hand, Durk is out in the world, connecting with big names, releasing fresh music, and solidifying his position in the industry. 50 argues that Durk's freedom gives him a strategic advantage, allowing him to build his empire while YoungBoy remains confined, forced to watch from a cell as the game moves on without him.
When you see, like, NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk, and they got extreme going on, right? But when it happens, NBA YoungBoy will be away. So Durk has an extreme advantage.
But that's not all. 50 Cent made another sharp observation. He emphasized how extended jail time can impact an artist's relevance. When an artist is locked up, their public presence inevitably dwindles. Fans may still vibe to NBA YoungBoy's hits, but without his active participation in the industry, the connection with his audience could weaken over time. Meanwhile, Lil Durk is doing the opposite, steadily climbing, gaining traction, and making strategic moves. He's staying visible, building his brand, and ensuring his name remains in the spotlight. This consistent presence, according to 50, puts Durk in a stronger position to dominate the game, both during and after this ongoing feud.
So you do something later and you go, oh, we ain't on game time. Like, that's not what we doing. But you still got to be conscious of street, because the street, you could just be oblivious to it in the streets. I'll catch up with you and eat you like breakfast, man. Like, it is what it is.
Now, I don't know about you, but this is a harsh reality check. Both Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy have endured profound loss, and it reflects in their music and actions. For Durk, heartbreak has been a constant companion, losing his manager, cousin, close friends, and even his brother, D Thang. Each tragedy adds to his grief and fuels his music, which often doubles as an outlet for his pain. NBA YoungBoy, on the other hand, has also faced the weight of loss, from losing crew members to dealing with the incarceration of loved ones. For both artists, these experiences are more than just stories. They're scars that never fully heal. And while fans may view their beef as entertainment, the truth runs deeper. These aren't just rivalries, they're cycles of grief and retaliation. Fame hasn't been a remedy for their struggles. It has only amplified the spotlight on their pain. Behind the money, hits, and headlines are two men grappling with loss, proving that success doesn't always equal happiness.
Man, look at I put in these people's ears. Man, I feel very wrong about a lot of things. How many lives I actually am.
Take NBA YoungBoy, for instance. Despite having one of the most dedicated fan bases in the game, his demeanor tells a different story. Remember his December 2021 interview with DJ Academics? He seemed completely downcast, almost as if the last thing he wanted was to talk. It felt like the fame and spotlight had become more of a burden than a blessing.
His reasoning is this. He believed that I was working with Durk to get promo for Durk's album, and I was using him. I think that's what his reason is. I'm gonna tell you why. So I'm on live stream one day, and every day I'm on live stream, because I cover these guys so much, people just want to update on their never-ending beef.
It seems like there's a lot of tension and unanswered questions about the ongoing beef between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy, both inside and outside of prison. With Durk allegedly pulling strings behind bars and YoungBoy facing challenges due to his incarceration, the situation is certainly heating up. As for the violence tied to their rivalry, it remains to be seen whether it will ever come to a resolution or if it's only going to escalate further. Both artists are living in the shadow of their losses, and that pain is deeply reflected in their music and public lives. The rumors about Durk's influence behind bars add another layer to the drama, but whether they're true or exaggerated, the real question is how these artists will navigate their futures in the game. Can YoungBoy maintain his dominance from behind bars? Will Durk continue to rise while facing immense personal pain and public scrutiny? Only time will tell. And as for the bigger storm, it might just be starting. This ongoing conflict seems far from over. What do you think? Will they ever find peace, or is this the beginning of an even deeper rivalry? Let me know your thoughts.
That's somebody you're a huge fan of right now?
YoungBoy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with him.
He got that soul, that passion in his voice, huh?
Fuck with him. Like 100%, like.
The situation between O-Block and 4KT has really escalated over time, and it's clear that things have become personal, especially after the tragic death of King Von. What began as a seemingly friendly relationship among some of the key players in the industry, Durk, YoungBoy, Quando Rondo, and others, has turned into a volatile conflict with lives at stake. The beef between Durk and NBA YoungBoy really intensified after Von's death, and both sides have built up armies of supporters, making it not just a rap rivalry, but a full-on power struggle. Originally, there was a lot of mutual respect in the industry. Durk and YoungBoy had worked together, and Von even hung out with Quando Rondo before things took a violent turn. But as the tension built, fueled by the loss of Vaughn, things quickly spiraled. The gang affiliations and the loyalty to each side made it almost impossible to just walk away from the situation, and now, picking sides seems to be a necessity for a lot of artists in the game. It's crazy how quickly a professional relationship can turn into something much darker. The real question now is whether this cycle of violence and revenge can be broken, or if it will keep escalating. With so many lives involved and tensions running high, it's tough to see how this could end peacefully. What do you think? Could there ever be a resolution? Or is this a situation that's beyond fixing?
I'm saying though, they got 63rd niggas, some dirty ass niggas, man.
Tension between these artists has definitely escalated in a way that's far beyond music. The events leading to King Von's death really ignited a massive firestorm between Durk, NBA YoungBoy, and their crews. The back and forth between Lil Reese and Quando Rondo, followed by the tragic incident at the Atlanta nightclub, made things personal, and the aftermath has only fueled the animosity. King Von's death left a huge impact, and the way fans and the public reacted shows how deep the emotions run. For many, Von was a beloved figure, and his passing felt like a senseless loss. Quando Rondo and his crew's response, especially with the self-defense angle, didn't help calm things down. Instead, it seemed to make things worse, adding fuel to the already heated situation. Lil Durk's silence initially spoke volumes, but as time passed, the anger started to build. With NBA YoungBoy closely connected to Quando Rondo, it's no surprise that Durk began making his feelings known. YoungBoy's public support for Rondo and his own statements just added to the tension. It's clear that this isn't just a music beef anymore. It's a situation involving loyalty, loss, and respect, with deep-rooted issues on both sides. And as long as these two sides are locked in this cycle of revenge, it's hard to see how it will ever end peacefully. It might only get more intense as time goes on. What do you think? Will this feud eventually simmer down? Or are we looking at a long-term conflict? The back and forth between Lil Durk and NBA YoungBoy has clearly reached a boiling point. The recent diss tracks, social media posts, and even the symbolic acts like burning flags show just how intense things have become. NBA YoungBoy's track Bring the Hook, with its provocative lines about smoking on Oblak Pack, was a direct shot at Durk and his crew, and Oblak wasn't going to let it slide. The video of them burning the flags was a response, but it seems like YoungBoy didn't take it seriously, immediately releasing another diss track. Durk, on the other hand, responded in his own way, posting a video with stacks of cash and a portrait of King Von. The message was clear: he's not backing down. His cryptic caption about not claiming something you didn't do is another shot at YoungBoy's credibility, particularly after the threats NBA YoungBoy made. Then, NBA YoungBoy raised the stakes even further with his Instagram posts spelling out, "You going to die?" and "Stay safe." Whether this was a genuine threat or just a promotion for his mixtape, it definitely ramped up the tension. YoungBoy also featured Quando Rondo on the mixtape, further adding fuel to the fire. Durk's response, posting his own picture in a similar style, was like a challenge. "Come find me." It's clear that Durk is tired of the back and forth and wants to see if YoungBoy is serious about what he's been saying. The comments show that fans are divided. Some believe Durk is ready for whatever comes next, while others accuse him of just talking. Ultimately, the question remains: is YoungBoy actually about to take action? Or is this all just for the clout surrounding his new release? The feud is definitely escalating, and with both of them constantly posting threats and challenges, it's unclear where it will end. What do you think? Will this continue to intensify, or is it all just talk?